up, y'all? I hope you guys are having a good holiday season so far. I just wanted to come to you guys with a trending topic or story time, I should say. So recently, there has been a young woman who put out a multi part series about a man that she met on Facebook dating. She has named it the Facebook swindler. Who the fuck did I date or something of that nature? And what I can say is from the comments to the video that she put out, stating that, before you judge her and so on and so forth, it is so funny to me how people are really commenting saying don't let people judge you, or all of these different things. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is the internet. This is a place that we know if we put out any personal details about ourselves, it's going to be judged. Period. We've seen it. So, with that knowledge, this young lady chose to put out her story, which she has the right to do. But what I will say is, it is so funny to me when I read those type of comments about being judged or people looking down, or anytime someone comment anything that is not handled with care, it is such a uproar. And the young lady says, I'm putting out my story so I can help others. I've received so many inboxes and things like that from other people saying that the story helped them. Now, her reason for putting out her story can, and it may very well be that she's doing it to help others. But a lot of people put this message out here, or their story times out here, because they know people on the internet loves gossip. We love gossip. We love tea. If she would have put out any other video, she would not have gotten the attention on those videos that she got with this. If she wouldn't have told the embarrassing things that she did in this situation, she would not have gotten that many views. Let's be real. I checked out her YouTube channel, and she had posted videos in the past. I don't believe it was anything like consistent or anything like that, but she had posted videos in the past. And I will repeat, if it wasn't her putting her dirty details out there, she wouldn't have had that many shares, that many follows, people reviewing it and making video content about it. None of that would have existed. Right? So, we can say, oh, it's to help people. And that's fine. But trust and believe, in the back of her mind, she knew that people would hurry up and click that, because that's why she named it the Facebook swindler. Swindler, or however you say. Who the fuck did I date? Because she knew that, first of all, dating is always a hot topic. That's why it's always been money in radio and magazines and TV when it comes to dating. But it's definitely a hot topic right now, and definitely dating app stories. I see it all the time. But one thing I will say is that certain things you think that is going to help others is probably not. Some things we just have to go through on our own. Simple. Now, I can look at her and tell she was a young woman, but when she mentioned that she had just recently got a credit card and she wasn't that aware of how it worked, that kind of confirmed it to me about the range of how old she was. Now, we've all made poor decisions when it comes to dating and romance when we were younger. And especially if you have issues of abandonment, like she mentioned, issues of, being hurt in the past. But certain things you just have to take in private. Certain L's you just have to take by yourself in private and learn from them. Because if you want to come out onto this internet where everyone is perfect mothers, wives, husbands, brothers, uncles, their houses are spick and span, you can drop food on it, pick it up, no dust, no dirt, everyone is intelligent, all of that. If you want to put your business out onto the internet streets, know that you're going to get that type of feedback. And honestly, sometimes that tough love is what people need. It is so many lessons that I have learned from that tough love, because I'm like, I never want that to happen again. Versus if I've gone through certain things and didn't get that, I will keep repeatedly doing those things, because it's like, okay, it happened. Yeah, that hurt, but everybody understood it was on my side and they get where I was coming from. And once with time, you forget how much things hurt. And so then I'll put myself back out and get the same results. Now, another reason I say that her stating that she put it out there in order to help people may not be a good idea is because she referenced Risa Tisa at the start of her videos. Now that means that she watched Risa Tisa's full 30-part series, saw a woman way older than her falling for the okie doke, and that did not stop her from meeting this man and spending all this money on him in a shorter time frame. So how exactly is this type of content helping people? If you could sit and watch this woman who, at least with Risa Tisa, she thought that he was, sitting on a little something because he paid to get her tire fixed. That nice little gesture. He paid for the first date. He was even paying bills. Even paying bills. Yeah, he lied about how much money he had and other things, but he at least put some money up. In this case, this man didn't have to do a thing and was getting things back to back to back. Now, people can listen to this video and say, oh, you're judging, you know, who are you to judge? I'm not judging. I'm putting it right out there like it is. I'm going to be honest. When she mentioned Risa Tisa, in my mind, I could see how Risa Tisa could have failed for that in her desperate, getting older mindset. Risa Tisa was in her late 30s, no kids, no husband, and so-called religious. I don't know how religious, because a lot of, anyway. So I could see her pressed on like, oh, it's time. My time is running out. This man came to me. He paid to get my tire fixed. He's now paying my bills. I have never had a man pay my bills. And he's talking about buying a house. I could see that. It was stupid. Yes, her story was stupid. That's why she was able to make so much money out of putting her story out there. Because we love gossip. We love the tea. Right? So that was very good for her. But at the same time, compared to this story, at least Legion led with a little bit of pocket change to have her believe his stories and everything. In this case, this beautiful young, and she's not an ugly girl. Beautiful skin, dimples, beautiful young lady. And I can understand if she's been through some things that put her in this space. I know she mentioned that she had been in a relationship for 6 months, like a year prior to that. And so what I get from that, if it's been a year, then that 6 months probably was a traumatic experience as well for her, because it took her a year before, now she's still dating. And some people go from one relationship, may find somebody a few months later, boom, they with them. In her case, it has been a year already since her last 6 month relationship. So maybe there was some traumatic things that happened there as well. Okay. But what I will say is, I'm sick and tired of people coming out with stories, and people are in the comments mad if everyone is not going to agree or put it very sweetly, or always say, oh, we all make mistakes, because that's not what everyone is going to do. And that leads me into the next topic, which is the woman who was recording on YouTube about being married, having 3 children by this man, and having to leave because he sexually assaulted, or I'm sorry, SA'd. Hopefully, I don't get flagged. But because he SA'd hit one of their daughters, and now she was asking for a donation so that she could pay her car notes and catch up on rent. And of course, it was a lot of people in the comments like, oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. How can I donate? How can I help? But there were also those comments like, hey, work 2 jobs, do what you need to do. You know, you have to make it out of there. Give that car up. All of these things, and there's people, oh, don't let them judge you and all this and that. Listen, first off, these people get on the internet, and just like you guys who believe their story that there's people that believe their story instantly, there are people that says, we don't know this person. And who's to say that this is actually real? Now, I know you guys are like, who's gonna put out a story like that and it's not real? Well, let's see. Risa Tisa put out a story about meeting someone on Facebook, dating, all this happened. She still has a lot of opportunities. She's doing ads. She has a large following. She was able to go on free trips behind it. And I'm sure she was monetized and getting paid off of that as well. And then we have this other woman who came out with the story. I don't know if it was before or around the time, but I'm thinking it was after the trophy wife. When the trophy wife came out with her story, she asked for donations as well to help her get on with her life and with her kids, because she had nothing, because she was leaving the provider. Okay? Now, if you have it to give and you don't care, please give it. But my thing is, we don't know that woman with the 4 kids. We don't even know the reason why there's no support system around her at all that would hear that story and say, girl, here's how I can help. Now, she's telling us, hey, I have a sibling. She's got her own thing going on, and so on and so forth. His family is acting a certain way. But we do not know this person. She's just a woman on the internet who's crying and asking us to help pay her car note. Mind you, everybody is in a state of financial crisis right now. Food is high, rent is high, jobs have been acting bougie since they know that they have the upper hand and there's no more COVID money out there. People have been going through it. Some people are still driving old cars like me, because I did the whole car note thing for a long time and I learned my lesson. Not saying I would not do a car note again. It was just like, can you really handle it? That means if anything outside of your monthly bills come up, can you still handle it? And I know that I'm just not in that space. I'm taking care of things. I just do not want a car note and insurance right now. And if I'm in that space to have to figure out, do I sell the car and pay the difference? Do I surrender the car? I'm going to pay my rent. And people was in the comments like, oh, well, you need your car. You need your car. You have 4 children. You need your home. And you can join Facebook groups. You can search remote jobs. You can double up remote jobs. But you need somewhere for your kids to stay. And I looked at her GoFundMe, and she was already almost at goal. And there was still videos coming out, but it was very nice people that donated and got her to that 5,000. And I just want to let you guys know that it's so many people out here struggling. So many victims of abuse. So many people who don't know how they're going to pay their bills every month. And they don't have anyone that's going to get them out of that situation. People working 2 jobs and tired with kids. People working double shifts in healthcare with children. Because when people ask her about it, she's like, oh, I have kids. I'm already this and that. I'm tired. We are tired. The times that I worked 2 jobs, baby, I was tired. Simple. And so when you put your business out here on the internet and you say, hey, can you help me? Or, hey, I just want to include y'all in something that happened to me. Listen up. Just know that it is not going to come with a caution. It's not going to come with filters of people who, feels like you're an idiot or feels like you should have known better. None of that is all free for all when you put it in these internet streets. But that's all I had. I just wanted to put that out there. It was on my chest and I had to let it free. Let me know what you guys think. Should people keep their comments to themselves unless they only have good things to say? Or can some of that blunt feedback be of better help than just telling people what they need to hear? All right, until next time, bye.